Wei Ji ran into her father's embrace and gave him a good morning kiss. The agent standing nearby was surprised. "Lisa Bai, is she really your biological daughter?" Lisa Bai didn't answer but introduced Wei Ji, saying, "This is Dad's new agent. Her name is Xia Wenxi. You can call her Aunt Xia." Little Wei Ji carefully observed, and this aunt also had a blue aura of vitality, not as strong as her dad's but still quite impressive. She quickly greeted her warmly, "Hello, Aunt Xia, I'm Dad's daughter, Li Wei Ji." The agent, Aunt Xia, didn't know what to say. "We've known each other for so long, how come I didn't know you had a daughter? Back then, when I pursued you, you said you'd never get married, told me to find a good man to marry, and now, you suddenly have a daughter already. I haven't gotten married myself. You're such a horrible liar." Wei Ji, seeing the misunderstanding she caused, jumped down and gently held Aunt Xia's hand, explaining, "Don't blame Dad, it was not his fault. Dad only found out about having a daughter yesterday." Aunt Xia, the agent, looked at the adorable Wei Ji, thinking, well, so many years have passed, after all. She then sat down, composed herself, and asked seriously, "Lisa Bai, does the Gu family know about your daughter?" Lisa Bai answered, "Of course. I have such a beautiful daughter here, thanks to Gu Chengyan. Oh, by the way, I haven't found a house that meets your requirements yet. But that villa on Huaining Road you bought for me is still vacant. It's very safe, you can stay there for now." Aunt Xia casually handed Lisa Bai an envelope and then walked towards the door. She continued, "As for the TV show, as long as you're sure and won't regret it, I'll arrange it for you as soon as possible." And with that, she bid farewell. Wei Ji had just learned about the move, and she gently tugged on her dad's sleeve. "Daddy, are we moving? We don't have to live at the auntie's house. As long as we're together, we can stay in a smaller house." Lisa Bai heard his 3-year-old daughter being so understanding and couldn't help but smile. He pinched Wei Ji's round little face and softly said, "You, my silly girl, your safety is more important than anything." Wei Ji immediately hugged Lisa Bai, feeling touched, thinking, if someone had said this to me in my previous life, maybe living wouldn't have felt so difficult. Arriving at their new home on Huaining Road, Wei Ji saw a swing in the yard that was exactly like the one from her past life, making her very nostalgic. She couldn't help but be reminded of her life as a hostage in the palace in her previous life, where there was also a swing in the courtyard. However, there was never any real freedom behind the high palace walls. Even though there were bustling streets just beyond the 2 palace walls, she could only sneak a few glances at the outside world when swinging on the swing. Seeing this familiar swing, Wei Ji wanted to make it look like the one from her previous life. So she immediately called her brothers to help. "Brothers, let's dress up the swing." But her brothers were busy helping to move things and didn't have time to play around. Li Yangzhen, the second brother, even scared her, saying it was too hot, and putting clothes on the swing would make the swing ill. But Lisa Bai, the doting father, intervened and scolded the second brother. He said, "Nonsense. I will do the moving myself. You should play with your sister and make sure she doesn't get heatstroke." Then, he turned to the second brother and said, "Especially you, don't bully your sister." But as soon as Dad left, the second brother changed his tune, saying he had to go do business and warned Wei Ji not to tell Dad, or she'd get a beating. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared, leaving the eldest and third brothers to accompany their sister. They dressed the swing in yellow and adorned it with many yellow flowers, following Wei Ji's guidance. Under her diligent direction, the swing was finally ready. Lisa Bai had also finished moving everything in and came out, yawning, to take a look. Wow, this aesthetic sense is truly an eyesore. But Lisabai couldn't tell the truth, fearing it would hurt his baby girl's feelings. He could only, with a guilty conscience, say it looked good. There was only one task left, and Weiji handed it over to her dad. What words should we write? Lisabai took the pen and asked. This is Weiji's exclusive swing, no one else is allowed to sit on it. Lisabai was somewhat speechless but still lovingly wrote the words. At that moment, Lisabai suddenly noticed a handsome young boy outside the door. He immediately instructed the eldest brother to take Weiji inside and went to ask the young man what he wanted. The cool and composed young man replied, "A boy who left your place a moment ago asked me if I needed protection for a monthly fee, and then he was taken away by the neighborhood security." Lisabai immediately knew it was his second son causing trouble again and rushed out to find him. He was getting fed up. He had to clean up after his second son's mess every day, and it was really exasperating. The young boy was about to leave when he suddenly saw the swing on the side, and his beautiful eyes widened in astonishment. Weiji? Could this be the Weiji he was looking for? If not, how could the name be exactly the same, and the swing has such a similar style? Even the phrase about exclusive ownership of the swing was identical. Thinking of this, the boy's lips curled, and it seemed like he already had an answer in his heart. Who could this young man be?